Lions don't want to be led by sheep. If you got a lion on your team and you're not a lion leader, they're going to leave. So for those of you that are still on the newer or learning side of the core values, or maybe not fully bought in, I want you guys to understand a lot of the tools and things that change your business and change your people, it's not going to be like blue collar where it's buy a tool, buy some materials, fix a thing, get an immediate dopamine hit. I would venture to say that 90% of the things that you all need moving forward is not going to be dopamine hit stuff. It's not going to be instant gratification stuff. It's going to take you believing and having faith in that this thing, it's not going to make sense at first. And you're not going to want to do it. But if you just do it and you just keep doing it, and if you believe and if you have faith in it, just because you can't understand right now consciously, intellectually how it works, if you just believe that it will work eventually, then you'll have a new level of awareness, a paradigm shift, a revelation around the thing, and then it will show up for you and you will believe in it. That's most of the things that are going to happen from here on. What got most of us here today was just simple, tactical, mechanical, logical things that we could see it now, we could buy a thing now, we could do a thing now and fix it now, get a dopamine hit now, and that's just what we did. What separates kings from cowboys, what separates small businesses from big businesses is they don't run on dopamine. They run on discipline. They run on faith. They run on routines. They run on rituals. And they run on execution and implementation over and over and over and over again. And they don't make decisions, guys, based on what they feel like doing. I don't want to X, Y, Z. I don't care. Okay? Leaders make decisions based on what needs to get done. Might want to write this down. Leaders make decisions based on what needs to get done, not based on what they want to do or feel like doing. That's the difference between an amateur and a professional. Professionals do whatever the hell needs to get done, whether they feel like it or not. They don't care about their feelings. If it hurts, good, it has to get done. Amateurs, I don't feel like doing that. I don't want to do that. That's hard, so I don't. They wait for the want to do the thing. And that's why they stay amateur. Are you using the talent assessment chart every month, yes or no? People deserve to work for a great leader. If you are not the great leader, they're going to find a great leader, especially if they're hungry. Lions don't want to be led by sheep. If you got a lion on your team and you're not a lion leader, they're going to leave. Now, what we want to do is we want to become better leaders. I want you guys to unlock your lion leadership power inside of you and learn how to do that and then help others to unlock their A player, their lion inside of them. Does this make sense? That's not going to happen if you're avoiding this talent assessment chart. That's never going to happen if you're avoiding conversations with people. Should have a formal talent assessment chart, coaching conversation monthly. It can happen in 30 minutes. You should 10 minutes be having a conversation on the job, on the fly, weekly. Okay? And then quarterly, you should be having some type of a meeting or interaction with them for 60 minutes. I call this, for memory, you need to 10, 30, 60 the people. What does that mean? Everybody gets a conversation with their coach weekly for 10 minutes. It could be while you're driving safely on your way home. It could be, hey, I rolled up on the job. Hey, let's get your coaching convo done. I just want to check in. It just starts to become the way in which you guys roll. Do you guys think it's an inconvenience or uncomfortable for a football team to run a huddle after each play? It's just part of what they do, right? What you need to weave into your culture is that we are a leadership environment. We are a coaching environment. We are a getting better environment. We are an environment of becoming A players and getting better and learning and growing and evolving. And that's not going to happen outside of conversations. So you want everyone to know that we're going to start having more frequent conversations and checking in to provide gratitude and rewards and recognition. We're going to give them some feedback, some areas of opportunity to grow. And then we're going to close it out with positivity and recognition. We're going to do it 10 minutes a week 30 minutes a month, 60 minutes every quarter, 10, 30, 60. Monthly, you use the talent assessment chart as a tool to help you see clearly and put data in front of your brain and in front of them. So when you look at the talent assessment chart or talent assessment tool, you've got two dimensions, okay? There's a couple of dimensions that allow us to see clearly if I have an A player, A potential, a B, C, or a C. I'm gonna need some culture fit data, and I'm gonna need some productivity fit data. This comes from KPI, makes us money. This comes from my core values, okay? Core values makes us happy. Productivity makes us money, okay? Where I want everybody to be, and it's my job to get them here, not their job. Whose job is it to turn people into A players, them or ours? It's our job, not theirs. If you're not leading them properly, it's your fault that they're not growing up the mountain, okay? So A potential, A players, B, C, C, and B. And as you guys may or may not recall, what do we call these A players here? We call these guys climbers, because they're climbing the mountain with us. We call these guys over here, these are our campers, okay? These guys are cranks. And these guys are the worst of the worst. They're cavemen, and you'll want to take notes and follow along like I'm doing. These guys are climbing the mountain. They have a good attitude, and they make us money. We need more of those. But if you are not one of those, you are not going to make more of those. If you're cranky, you're going to make more cranky people. If you're happy but lazy, you're going to make more happy, lazy culture. We need people to do two things, make us happy and make us money, okay? So Bill's got to get over here. We got to put some numbers on Bill, some data, some KPIs. We got to give him playbooks. We got to start coaching him and telling him why he would want to go over here for his future. Now these cranky guys, they get a lot of work done. These are the guys that hit the numbers, they get the job done on time, they're profitable, but they got a problem for every solution. They complain about everything. And here's what they're doing, they're infecting all your other people. They're turning the A players into these guys. So these guys, you got to fix their attitude very, very quickly. You got to say, look, homie, you're doing a really good job making us money, but that victim mindset you have, we got to work on that. Because that's preventing you from getting the promotions, the future you want. And I bet you're probably the same way at home as a dad, aren't you? Don't say that at first. You're going to want to work up to that. But it's the truth. But once you can talk to your people like that, truthfully, honestly, guess what's going to happen to your culture? We call that radical candor. And if they're like, nope, hell no, I love being an ass. Like, okay, cool. Here's your final check. Have a good life. Go be an ass at my competitors, because I got a mountain to climb, okay? So that's how we're going to fix those cranky guys. And then these cavemen over here, that's what I call, I'm going to give them a C to J. We're going to have a come to Jesus meeting. We're going to get fixed today or we're done. I have led you so terribly. I had a come to Jesus meeting with my coach and with myself and actually with Jesus himself. And what we've all came to agreement is that you have to make some immediate changes. And I have to make some immediate changes in my leadership. And that means the way we've been rolling here changes today or tomorrow, the end. And if not, unfortunately, this is a 14-day written final or a 7-day written final. And if any of this happens anymore, I will, unfortunately, it's just a business decision, nothing personal, have to let you go. I don't want to do that. I want to grow. I want to fix you, okay? We got to move people up the mountain. Does this make sense? But if, guys, if you don't have the data in front of you, you're again checkmate, because what is the most important thing as leaders that we have to have? Besides values and nobility, we have to operate with what? Data. And then you got to go do the work. You got to go coach people, okay? Around data. And you got to tell them the truth. Like, look, dude, you are great. You're really good right here, okay? You're really good. Like, you got to sit down with them and start talking about these core values, like what doing. I would let them score themselves first. Then I would let them score me. Let them score you against the core values. Say, hey, how do I score in these? Okay? And then say, hey, do you mind if I give you a score? And then just start having dialogue. It's going to happen in conversations. You got to create safety. Also to assess performance and assess behavior so we can improve. Yes?